Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. Basically, this video is for you to tell about the interview experience that I had during my TCS interview. And basically, it was an TCS Prime interview. Me, along with my two friends, went for the interview, and I would discuss each and everything in this interview. How was overall process? What type of question were asked? How many students were there? Everything we would cover in this video. So watch till end and do like the video and share with the friends who are uh, who are giving the interviews or had applied for the interviews. So let's get started. So first of all, I got mail from TCS that you have been shortlisted for Prime Profile and your interview is scheduled on 3rd April, which was day before yesterday only. So basically, they asked me to bring some of the documents. We went at 8 and interview started at 10 a.m. So the basically interview time was around 20 to 25 minutes only, not more than that. The 80 students were there and there were six working panels over there with three members, the technical person, HR and manager. So the three rounds were taken simultaneously only in a single room. So I have three interview experience. One of it is mine, and two of them are of my friend. So we will start with all the experience that have been shared with us. So let's see the questions which have been asked during the interview. So here is the first interview experience. It was for Prime, and uh, this student was also from our college, so he had shared me his experience, what type of questions were asked, and all those things. So starting with introduction. So basically, in introduction, he has mentioned some of his project internship and the tech stack he is working and the learning tech stack. So introduction, then they went in deadlock. So the conditions or the prevention techniques that have been used and deadlock code using Java. So actually they are not only asking the concept but also asking to write the code on paper itself. So they want to know like how fast you think as well as write it. So he wrote the deadlock code, and actually they also asked him to write quick short code. So this was a bit surprising because they don't ask such kind of question, but sometimes they might ask. Like it depends, totally depends on the panel. So he was not able to write this quick short code, but they said okay, no issue, and he explained the working itself. Then binary search. So they also told him to write the code for binary search as well. So basically the difference is like the it depends upon the panel, like what they expect from the students. So sometimes they ask too much code to write. So he then wrote the code as well, and the OSI model. So basically, he has mentioned the networking certificate in his resume. So he was asked some question related to it as well, like OSI model, IPv4, IPv6 difference, class of IP address. So some basic question related to networking, DSA. But surprisingly, there were no SQL questions to him, which we expect from the interviewer. So it depends on who is taking the interview. So this was the first Prime experience, and it went around 20 minutes because the thing was the process got delayed. So they took around 15 to 20 minutes only interview of remaining 30 to 40 students at last. And first 30 40 students, the timing was around 25 to 30 minutes. So first we will discuss all the technical questions. Then lastly we will see all the managerial and also the HR questions. The second experience, this was also a prime role interview. So the technical they explain firstly the introduction, the same for everyone. Then technical intro, explain IIT Bombay project. So basically, the student has mentioned the IIT Bombay project, and as he has written mention in intro. So basically, he had to explain the IIT Bombay his internship project and what is used for backend code. So what language he has used for backend, and this was code. Okay, remove duplicate character from words. So this was an basically typical collection problem. So we can use set for it. So and he told me that he has to write the code, not only explain the like logic to them. So it was also, and then merge the table using union, so query. So like we have to expect the query and had to practice it lot, because they ask queries to write in the interview. So merge the table using union, so it's a simple one. Union versus union, all primary key versus unique key, and SQL IMP. So as I mentioned, SQL is very important. So let's move to next. Okay. So in this introduction, explain ISRO internship. So mention in a intro. So they asked about ISRO internship, exception handling. So they might go deep inside a specific concept. Like here we can see uh, it was based on exception handling. Explain the hierarchy of exception handling itself, because they ask about parent-child relation, which catch block would be in front of another one. So this kind of question for how would you handle multiple exceptions in an code. So this was the Fibonacci code with exception handling. Okay, so the input exception handling we have to do here. So full cross questioning. So it was like they were asking all cross questions like what if we do that? What if this happens? So this kind of questions, situation based questions were there. Finally, asking multiple times, are you sure? So they check your confidence if you are sure about your answer or not. So give the confident answer if you know, and if you don't, say I'm not able to recall it, or uh, not like remembering it. So don't just assume or give a random guess. So don't do that for interview. They check your confidence as well. So detailed internship projects. So these were some of the questions which were asked in. So this was also a prime role question, prime role interview. So you can see the prime role, and I'm happy to share that the second experience I shared with you. This boy got an digital offer today itself, and the other one, and I am waiting for a result yet. So this student got an digital interview, digital role, and is called for documentation and all that things through mail. They have told to submit the documents, and finally we would see some HR and managerial questions. So backlog, education gap, relocation, night shift, value of TCS. So I would suggest like you should know some basic concepts or like information about the company. What is TCS, founder of TCS, and some basic knowledge about company. So read that as well. Why hire you? Work from home versus work from office. Area of improvement. Any questions? Okay. Same question. Do you have backlog? Any education gap? What is your CGPA? Are you ready to relocate? Are you okay with night shift? Any query related to TCS? So we can see it was not very tough interviews, as we see the prime role. The interviews are very tough or asked multiple codes and queries. So no such kind of thing was there. So we might be lucky as well. We can say, but this is my experience during my interview. So you have to, according to me, you should prepare well with DSA, SQL, and project-based questions. So that's the thing which is asked, and they are not asking some like very tough questions this year. I think like we didn't get any kind of questions from interviews like. So this is all from my side. Thank you for watching the full video, and please like and share this video with your friends, and do follow the channel. Thank you.